Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and I'm ready to get born again. Of course, the review today is going to be about the fourth film in the Bourne saga. Jeremy Renner now stars as the new Bourne, technically not a Bourne, but The Bourne Legacy is the name of the film. Now, I have to say that each and every one of the movies that I've seen up until this point has just been fun. They've never been my favorite movies, they've never been great movies to me, but they've been fun, entertaining action flicks, and this one is no different. Of course, it has to start in a very different manner as the first one did way back in the day. But this movie really begins with this guy who kind of knows what he's doing and not rushed into anything that's completely mysterious to him. But what he has been noticing is that he's part of a much bigger picture, and that's really what this movie is all about. The first, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour of this movie is, I guess you could say the word is confusing. I didn't understand what was going on at certain points, and it was a little bit slow, but as the movie kept going on, they started piecing things back together, basically telling you that the character Jason Bourne that was played by Matt Damon for the past couple of years is not the only Bourne in this project. This is a slew of people in the highest levels of government power putting together this entire army of, I guess you could call them super soldiers. And now, because of the fact that they've been exposed, it's time to wipe everybody out. Of course, the coup de grace of this film is the guy who's pretty much running the whole project, and it's Edward Norton. The fact that Ed Norton was actually going to be put into this movie just makes the movie all worthwhile to see. Not saying that Jeremy Renner did a bad job, he did a wonderful job, and so did Stacy Keach, and of course Rachel Weisz, who I'm a big fan of. But as I said, as the movie keeps going and going, things start to make more sense, and a big story really starts to condense a little bit as the movie moves forward. Another thing that I really liked about this movie was the fact that they actually linked the movies beforehand very close to this one. So they wanted you to know that it was a very integral piece of the Bourne puzzle. Now, the thing that I was a little bit confused about was that it take place about a year, a couple of years after. Did it take place right after Jason Bourne officially quit the program? I don't know. It's a pretty lengthy movie. It's a little over 2 hours, but it also gets a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. I will definitely say that even though I've never seen French Connection, which has the greatest chase scene in the history of mankind, I was with someone who actually has seen that movie multiple times and said that the chase scene in this movie is probably better, if not just as good, as the chase scene in the French Connection. And I remember the best chase scene in the Bourne movies, because there's always that one signature chase sequence, definitely the Bourne supremacy in the streets of France. This was definitely the best chase scene. It takes place in Thailand. So I definitely think that if you like the Bourne movies, you're going to enjoy this one. Maybe not so much, maybe just the same, I really don't know. This is basically going to be a movie that you either like it or you don't. But considering that the Bourne movies are really not entirely my cup of tea, but entertaining nonetheless, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 4, and if I had reviewed all the other Bourne movies, I probably would have done the same. So that's it, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. And the question that I want to leave with you today is, I know that there's another Bourne movie in the works, and there are rumors that Matt Damon may be making a comeback into the Bourne series. Do you think that that would be a good thing to put him alongside Jeremy Renner? I am the Lawn Gnome, and remember that actions speak louder than words.